Verse 9. Then God said, let the waters under the heavens be gathered together into one place, and let the dry land appear. And so it was. And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters he called seas. And God saw that it was good. Then God said, let the earth bring forth grass, the herb that yields seed, and the fruit trees that yields fruit according to its kind, whose seed is in itself on the earth. And so it was. And the earth brought forth grass, and the herb that yields seed according to its kind, and the tree that yields fruit, whose seed is in itself according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. So the evening and the morning were the third day. A couple of things. It's interesting how the Bible describes these three different kinds of plants. And if you are into, botany? Is that the study of plants? They break all plants into three different categories. Very similar to this description here. That's interesting. Notice the phrase, according to its kind. That's very important for us. Fruit trees produce fruit with seeds that produce the same kind of trees as the original tree. That doesn't surprise anybody, right? We all know that. An apple tree produces apples that have seeds that when you plant those seeds grow apple trees. Apple trees don't produce fruit, apples that you take the seeds out and you can grow orange trees from, right? We know that. Why is that? Well, because God made it so that they produce fruit according to their own kind. Now, evolution claims, given enough time, an apple tree will grow oranges. Theory of evolution, and this is interesting, a theory of evolution was put forth in 1859, 161 years ago. Now, has science advanced very much in 161 years? A little bit. I mean, it has advanced exponentially. They are looking at things that are so small that they have to create new words to describe how small it is. And yet, they have not found a single shred of proof that evolution is true. Not one. And yet it's still taught in schools. It's still the ideology that much of our world is operating under. Much of the world is operating on this ideology that we have to have evolved. That has to be, that there has to be this process that the world goes through where it continuously gets better and better and advances and grows and changes. Because if it's not true, if the theory of evolution is not true, then where did we come from? If we did not come into existence by some natural process, then it must have been supernatural, right? Isn't that the natural result? And if it was supernatural, then there had to have been a supernatural being that caused it to be. And if there is a supernatural being that created everything, including me, then I am accountable to him. Our world cannot tolerate that thought. And so they will persist in this ideology of evolution and all of its different, decorations and attachments and all the other stuff that goes with it, because they cannot tolerate any other thought process, because there is only one. If it's not natural, then it must be supernatural, and they cannot accept that.